Hey gals! So my name's Amber and I know everybody does makeup videos. Everybody wants to have their chance to show people little things that they know. And sometimes you might pick up a little, sometimes you might learn something completely new. But I am here to show my other cosplay chubby gals how to do little things for everyday makeup, cosplay makeup, how to make things last longer, how to get the right look for you. So today we're gonna start with some basics. First, decided I was gonna try to make videos. I asked everybody on my cosplay page on Facebook what they'd like to see, and one of the ones that I got that I've seen a lot of people ask questions on there about is changing the color of your eyebrows, especially when they're super dark. And as you can see, my hair's purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my electric Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to use the purple in here plus a little darker shadow to darken it up, and I'm going to do my eyebrows to match my hair. You use the NYX eyeshadow base in white. First, the things you need, whatever color you're going to use. In this case, I'm going to start with the purple, and I'll also show you in red. I brow pencil like this one. You can even use a bigger one, but I prefer that one. But I really like the effect you get when you use a spoolie brush. And these things help with every time you do your eyebrows, even if you're just filling them in a bit for normal day makeup. First things first, we're going to take our white eyeshadow base, and you can scoop it out, dip it, whatever you feel like doing. But I just glob it on there and just in about that far. And now you're just going to brush over your eyebrows, either forward, backwards, but I prefer to do it backwards than the way they're growing, so that way I don't have to worry about having to wipe it off the skin. And if you get it on the skin, that's okay, so all you have to do is smooth it in, or you can take your face powder, the colored, and go around it, or even a nude eyeshadow. So you're going to coat this on there pretty good depending on the color of your eyebrows. And this is for a more natural eyebrow look, not like the glued down and painted on. There's that one. So there you are. So now my eyebrows are white. And now I am going to take my electric palette. And from here I'm going to be using my Urban. Middle one right there. And probably a little bit of the Jilted. I'm going to start with a slightly bigger brush. Now you can use your spoolie brush, and either you can just use water or nothing first, is always how I start, and just soften it a bit. Obviously if you want a harsher look for your character or for yourself, Then you leave it like that, and this will be prone to smearing until you're done, which I'll show you how to set this. You can also go in with the spoolie brush and some eye makeup remover. This is just the Mary Kay oil-free kind. I really like this, and it makes it come off really easy, but you really gotta be careful because it's really liquidy and can pull off all of more than you would like. Wouldn't say all of it. So basically that's it. I mean, you can go around, you can make them darker, you can make them lighter. So to set your eyebrows, you can use the spoolie brush again, and you can put setting spray on it, hairspray even. Just make sure you use run amount, tap it off, don't drip any of it in your eyes. Hairspray or setting spray. Been there, done that. I personally use the Mayron setting spray, which I don't have anymore right now. Spritz a little bit on that on there and seal them down. I really like the natural look, and it just depends on your character whether your eyebrows actually match their shape, because then you might have to go a different route. But this is how I get the brightest eyebrows. So I'm going to wipe one off, and then I am going to do the NYX primal colors. I've always wanted to do red eyebrows, and I can never find red eyeshadow. That one back to white, same way I did it before. Rub it on, take it backwards, and now I'm going to do the red. Okay, so there's my tinted red, and it didn't come out as well. My eyebrows are so dark that sometimes if any of the primer comes off, it'll start turning brown, black, it'll start showing through. So I recommend that you use darker colors, but bright. One of my other questions was how to avoid a shiny T-zone. Obviously this is for cosplayers and was from a cosplay page, so I'm going to talk about it in the sense that you're going to a con. We all know you don't want to bring a makeup bag with you and have to powder your nose every time. So I'm going to show you what I use before I leave the house and what I take with me. First, I have a lot of powders. This is the Dermacolor Fixer powder, and it's supposed to be a Dermacolor camouflage. I can honestly say the color that's in this isn't as well pigmented as you would think something that says camouflage would be, but it's a good powder that stays on, though it can clump up if it does hit sweat. So it's not my first choice, but it's definitely out there. My usual makeup routine consists of my foundation, concealer, of course, and my powder. The one I have right now is my Fit Me by Maybelline, and of course powder absorbs the oil and helps your face not be shiny. But we all know that runs out. One of my other favorite powders, as you can see, is Empty. It's a Physicians Formula from Walmart. And I can honestly say this powder and the entire line that I've used is amazing at what it says. It will help heal your scars and will make them less visible and help with acne. It's the only brand that I've ever had. The only problem with this brand, it does not come in ultra light. Girl props. So this is my summer makeup, which is usually when my skin's the best, when I've been out in the sun. So, but it helps with scars, which is always it. After foundation, concealer, your normal routine, or your overly done routine for cosplay, even after the powder, you do your own powder, then NYX HG Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder, high definition, is matte. It makes your face feel soft, it's silky, and it is definitely one of my favorite powders. Then when you go to the con, you don't want to You know, you want a tiny little bag, a little lipstick, a little, you know, money, your phone, whatever. Or even behind your phone case. You have a lot of options in blotting papers. I have the NYX one, which, plain and simple, you take it out, it's a little thin sheet of paper, and you just dab it, and what it'll do is just deposit some powder and pull whatever oil you have, which will take the sheen away. And one of my places with the shiniest, especially for pictures, is right here. And it definitely helps with that without having to wipe. On top of that, I've used those rice paper ones that has the little geisha girl on it. And I like those, but if you do have like excess makeup or anything, it's gonna make that worse. The powder that's on it isn't fine, as it should be for something like that. So it will leave clumps or even if you're sweaty, it will leave clumps compared to if you're just shiny. I've never had an opportunity to use some other blotting papers, but also if you want a cost-effective alternative and you have access to a Sally's or an Ulta, wherever they sell perms, they should sell in papers. In papers are essentially the exact same thing. It's a little thin sheet of, I wouldn't call it rice paper, but it's essentially this. And the only reason I know that works is currently I'm in cosmetology school, and I looked in, you have mirrors everywhere. You're staring at yourself all day. So we had in papers, and I was like, well, let's try it. So I dabbed it up, and it worked. And if you probably can't see it, but you see where I used it, it soaks oil right up. And even though my face wasn't that shiny, it indefinitely helped. So that's a great thing to carry around with you. And if you're super oily or you're starting to sweat, then I would definitely just have to recommend that you bring the powder, even if it's just this one. This one, again, is so fine when your face is so soft and it feels so much oil. So I definitely recommend that one before, and if you feel like you need to take it with you. But the blotting papers are the only way to keep it small and in your hand while you go out to a con or anything. Suggestions, comments, anything, critique my first video. So leave it in the comments and get back to me. See, did it work for you? Did it not work for you?